welcome to Pro Health Shares Ladies Lunch and Learn. Today is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone, of week 2. I hope everybody's been drinking more water and being aware of their inner strength and things that we've talked about this last week. Today, what I wanted to share with you was talking about movement and exercise. Some of you might be sweating in your seats already thinking about exercise, and others might be like, yes, gung-ho, let's do this. But the difference is between movement and exercise, and we need both of them. So movement is something that we just need to break our stagnant sitting or whatever we're doing, our stagnant stance. And this, sitting has become really the new smoking. Has anybody heard of that before? Because we're sitting so much. We sit in our car, we sit at work, we sit in our car again, we sit down for dinner, we sit in front of the TV, then we're laying down at night. So we're sitting so much, and breaking that, again, is very helpful to keep movement throughout the day. And everybody's wearing, these Fitbits. I even have one, and they're great reminders to, that we've been sitting and being stagnant too long. However, they can give us a false sense of hope or a feeling that we've been moving enough. And, it's kind of nice to see, oh, you got your 10,000 steps. That's what we should be having, a normal movement in the day. The difference between movement and exercise is that exercise actually is where we actually increase our heart rate over an extended period of time beyond resting heart rate, right? Beyond our sitting or movement heart rate. So it should be able to, breathe a little bit faster, heavier, break a little sweat, and that should be extended over a time period. So for some of you, it might be the biggest question actually that I get is, what should I do? How much should I do it? How often should I do it? Do I have to have a gym membership? So many questions around exercise. And it's a political answer that's different for each individual. Again, everything that we do, eating, hormones, nutrition, all of that, if you know me, you hear me talk about individualized. And so it depends on what you're doing now. So if you're someone that is already in the gym or works out 5 days a week, then it needs to be something that is changed up or pushes you a little bit more, a little bit harder, a little bit faster, a little bit farther, a little bit heavier, whatever it might be. But if you're on the other end of the spectrum and you haven't worked out at all or couldn't remember the last time you worked out, then it needs to be different. I don't know if anybody's gone on and taken my health quiz on prohealthshare.com, but one of my questions is talking about workouts and what's your workout plan or week look like. One of the answers is, what? Workout? Maybe someone might say, my workout is walking to the fridge and grabbing something off the shelf. That's my my shoulder moves, and then biceps is to the mouth, and sitting down is my squat. So all joking aside, maybe you're not one that has worked out in a long time, so you don't really know what to do. So the easiest thing that anybody can do in privacy of their own home, you don't need a gym membership, you don't need any equipment, is simple exercises that we all know how to do. And to get our heart rate up, what I would suggest is writing down 3 to 5 different exercises that you would like to do, and do them for 30 seconds, maybe even 20 seconds if you're starting out, and then rest for 10 seconds. Do the second exercise for 10 to 20 seconds or 30 seconds, and then rest for 10 seconds. And you do these 3 to 5 different exercises repeatedly, repeat the circuit for 10 minutes maybe is all, if you've never worked out before or it's been years. Or maybe you start for 15 minutes and then you work your way up to 30 minutes or 20 minutes. You get my point, right? So it might be, for example, you choose squats to do for 30 seconds, and then you rest for 10 seconds. And then maybe you choose to do jumping jacks for 30 seconds, rest for 10. Then maybe it's burpees, 30 seconds, then you rest for 10. Maybe it's a prone holder, then a push-up on your knees against a wall, whatever it might be, for 30 seconds, and then rest for 10 seconds. And then you have your 4 exercises, and then you start over again with squats until you reach that goal of time, right? Your first goal is 10 minutes, and do it till you reach 10 minutes. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, so on and so forth. And another fun way to do it is write down maybe your exercises. If you want to see a list, in front of you, have maybe a clock or a timer that will tell you, when to change exercises or when to rest. But also another fun thing to do is something I do with my kids. We've done this with workouts at home, but also with chores. So I'll write down a chore or an exercise on a piece of paper, a bunch of pieces of paper, little small ones, fold them up, put them in a bowl, and then we'll pick, and that's what we do. So we did, we have stairs in our house, so I said, up and down the stairs 5 times. We did squats, we did jumping jacks, we did push-ups, so you're just pulling them up. It's kind of like a little surprise and kind of a game that my kids and I have done. So that seems to be fun. And we also put in there like, go pet the dog for 5 minutes or get everybody cold glasses of water. So we make it fun. And that's the other point. It's got to be fun, right? Or we won't sustain. It's not sustainable. It's got to be something we enjoy. So if you don't like going to the gym, don't go to the gym. If you would prefer walking outside, which the weather's getting so much nicer, then go walk outside. But make it a brisk walk, okay? We're going for that heart rate, right? If you're out walking and, I'm not a jogger, or if you haven't ever been, but you want to be, then look at a landmark. Say, okay, that white car parked down there, I'm going to walk as fast as I can until I get to that car. Or I'm even going to maybe jog until I get to that tree. And then I'll slow it down a little bit. But getting that heart rate up over time and pushing yourself a little bit. But you've got to do what's pleasurable. Maybe that's dancing. Maybe it's another activity. But when you do, also think about how that's going to make you feel. How it's going to make you feel when you're doing the workout, but also when you're done with the workout, right? That feels amazing when you're done. But how good you feel. You feel accomplished. You feel confident. Your body feels good. Exercise has so many benefits for us, for mind, body, spirit, of course, heart health, skin, muscle, fat loss, etc. We could go on and on, right? But the more mind and pleasure connection that you can practice and think of, remind yourself how good it's going to feel when you're doing it, how much better it's going to feel when you're done, and how great it's going to feel maybe 3 weeks from now when you've done it consistently. You're much more likely to follow through on something when you have that mindset of a feel-good benefit versus, oh, I've got to change, and oh, it's going to hurt, or, all these negative thoughts. Then you're much more likely to not do it, right? And sit there or choose something different. So practice a little mind pleasure activity or benefits that you'll have when you finish that workout, and you'll be much more likely to follow through. So I want to hear from you. I want to know what your favorite workout is, or what your favorite activity is to increase your heart rate, to get that exercise that we need. Is it outside? Is it indoors? Is it at the gym? And I'll post a couple sample little workouts if you guys would like to take advantage of them to do in your own home. And then the other thing I wanted to invite you to is you are all welcome to come to Pursue Fitness on Monday evenings. It's either myself or my girlfriend that teaches a hip-hop class. It's a basic hip-hop class that we just try to get our heart rate up, good core workout as we're learning some funky dance moves. So again, it's at Pursue in Springfield. If you mention Julie and Pro Health Share, there is no cost or fee to attend, and it's at 7:30 on Monday evenings. I hope to see you there, and I look forward to your posts and supporting one another, helping each other out, obtain that goal that you want to do for the best exercise and the fun activities that will be most beneficial. All right, thank you guys so much. I will talk to you Monday. Have a great weekend, and remember, you deserve to be healthiest and happiest you. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later.